Alright, so this evening I'm going to be putting the HP Motorrad rear sets made by Gilles on the S1000R to replace the quite bright looking silver options, I guess. That there might be a little bit tight in amongst my Skylift, but it shouldn't be too bad there. And that's pretty much a straight swap. Just got to transfer the master cylinder onto the other one. We have all the new nuts and bolts, all provided by Gilles. So I'll crack on with that. Okay, there you have the gear side footrest in position. I've removed the gear change lever as well. So now we'll put the gear shift lever in position. So we have this long bolt, this small steel bushing, and then the larger nylon spacer. These put it in place. Remember to support this in the horizontal position with the lever just above the side stands, because if you just put it in and screw it in, this won't lift up. You'll have to take it off and put it back in again. It's just something to look out for. Okay, there it is in place. This is the bolt that you've just replaced. The bolt here you took out, there's no replacement for it, so we just use that as it was. So far I've just put them together hand tight and dry, as although there's plenty of information with the rear sets as to how to do all the adjustments here, torque settings for this, these, everything else, there's no actual torque settings for the fitting it to the bike. So I'll find some of them somewhere, and then I'll re-torque it, or I will torque it all up, and everything came out so far dry, so I don't see there's any reason for thread lock. Okay, so as you can see, I've removed the right hand brake side rear set now. We have fresh bolts to put back together for the other one, but we will need to remove this piece here, because that doesn't come with the other footrest, and nor does the master cylinder. So it's not a massive job, it's just a case of just removing the spring and the bolts at the back there, take them off, and then we'll replace them. Being careful when you're changing these, just so that you don't scratch any of the black frame. Okay, the original footrest assembly has been removed, leaving us just with the master cylinder. Now you'll note that when the pedal was pulled away, it has left just this piece here, so that's going to be attached back to the new HP footrest. And also, as you see here, this is the this little spigot here. This will have to be removed and placed onto the back here, so we can operate the foot brake. The spring that came off we don't need to use, because this one already has a spring on it. I can operate it with one hand. So there you go. So you can see there's your spring there, so that doesn't have to be used again. We have new bolts that come with the carbon heel plate. They'll go through and support the master cylinder, and then we have the two bolts there which will hold. Okay, the heel plate being carbon fibre, the fixings now going into it. There's your new bolt there with this washer. Obviously it's got a recess in there, it's a spacer for sitting inside the carbon fibre, and then we have a spacer to match on the other side, so as these are torqued up, you won't be crushing the carbon fibre heel plate. So that's them on there, and now it's going to take two hands over there, so I'll get the rest of it set up, and then I'll put the video clip on again. Okay, removal of this pin here. There's a retain, well, the pin has got a retainer plate and a small clip on here, so I'll just push that off. It's easy done by hand. Now you can take the pin out, that all comes off. We can get rid of that piece, and then we can apply this pin onto here. And then just lock it all back in place again. So quite a simple operation for a BMW. Quite impressed with that. The bolts, the nuts rather, that come with these two bolts are nylock, so there'll be no need for adding thread lock to them. So there we have the right hand side, the brake lever assembly, footrest all fitted. Nothing's torqued up, as I said, so that will all be sorted out, and when I've done it, I'll put on the I'll edit this screen so that it comes up with all of the figures. This piece here, the piece that we took off the original footrest and put onto here, initially I tried doing it all on the bench, brought it over here, tried to get it on, but it's impossible to line up the master cylinder with these two holes while you've got pressure on your brake because you're pushing into this piston here. So I took that back off, fitted it all up, and then it's just an easy operation to put that back on. So that all worked perfectly then. There's a little bit of play in the lever there, a bit of free play, but the actual function is all good. The gear side is all finished, all bar torquing of the necessary bolts, but its function is perfect. As it should be. So it just remains to be adjusted to suit my desired position. Obviously everybody else will put it to wherever their position they like. Alright, thank you.